telling you about. And this is from the Toyota of Cleveland breaking news desk. And we're going to go straight to the phone lines right now. We're live on Mix TV and also on the radio as Troy Spence, Bradley County EMA Director, is going to be joining us right now. Troy, if you don't mind, sir, kind of set the stage and give the listening audience what has been going on and what is the latest information that we have, please, sir.
Okay, so a little earlier today, there was a fire reported at the Little Lamb Daycare on Waterlevel Highway, where the 27 students were present today, and various teachers were also present. And there was a fire that started outside the building underneath an awning, and then it did catch the building on fire. The building was evacuated to a neighboring building temporarily, and then Bradley County Schools actually sent us a bus. And then we moved the children that hadn't been picked up into the bus, and then we transported them to Ocoee Middle as per their plan, emergency plan. And so Bradley County Fire is on the scene in charge, working with the Sheriff's Department, trying to figure out what caused the fire and started it. But Chief Fairbanks requested that I take charge of the children, and with the help of the workers, everything went pretty smoothly. There was no injuries and no issues other than there was a fire, and the kids had an exciting afternoon.
Again, Bradley County Director, EMA Director Troy Spence is on the phone with us right now. It is something, Troy, when you talk about a fire and you talk about young children, of course, everybody's emotions start off running high when you're starting to get those details. That's why we appreciate you taking the time out to come on the radio and also on Mix TV to give us the full story. Again, we are talking about the structural fire that happened at the Little Lamb Daycare on the Waterlevel Highway a little bit earlier today. And again, those children have been evacuated, and as Troy mentioned, there was no injuries. And you mentioned that they were taken to Ocoee Middle School, the gymnasium. Is the parents picking them up now, or are they going to finish a day, or how is that working out, just for curiosity's sake?
We're waiting on the parents to pick them up. I think we have probably 5 children left at this point in time, and that is the emergency plan that was drawn up. It's the emergency plan for most other schools in Bradley County is to come here. Ocoee Middle has 2 gyms, of course, so it works out really well. They have a good flow system for parents to come in and pick up. So, it's one of those things, we practiced it before, but when it's real life, I mean, the fire department, they performed spectacular, along with the Sheriff's Department. Cleveland Police Department showed up and was a major help initially to get things kind of under control. You have 27 4-year-olds running around. It's one of those things you want to make sure that you have them all accounted for, and nobody slips off from you.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
Big shout out to all those guys. Really did a real great job today, and Cleveland and Bradley County should be real proud of the response that happened today.
Now, we do have a few images that we're putting up on Mix TV for our Mix TV audience that's tuning in right now on the Toyota of Cleveland breaking news desk that we've got. It does appear that the damage to the building, this may be something we'll have to talk about later, but do you, in the foreseeable future, see that not probably being in operation for the next while, I would think?
Probably so. It's a requirement. We have to go out and inspect these buildings, and especially if there's an incident happens, we have to go out and look at it per state requirements. So I'm sure Chief Fairbanks will be looking at that and determine what he feels like needs to be done before children can go back. And I would say more than likely, even just a cleanup would take several days if that's all it needs on the inside of the building.
Again, we're talking about the Little Lamb's Daycare right off Waterlevel Highway, where a fire. Now, Troy, you were saying that the fire started outside underneath an awning. Is that what we're being told?
Yes, that's correct.
And then it just kind of caught fire and then kind of spread throughout the rest of the building there.
I don't know how much interior damage that they had or how much interior fire that they had. Chief Fairbanks can give you more with that, or Adam. I called Adam early on, so he can speak on Sean's and my behalf. But I realize y'all wanted to talk to me, so it's okay. I'll call in. But Adam and Chief Fairbanks will have more of an official release.
Okay, and I'm sure hopefully at that time, too, as the day goes on, the plan for those children moving forward, what that will be and where they possibly can meet at, or what the arrangements will be for the kids there and the families that were part of the Little Lambs Daycare on Waterlevel Highway. Well, Troy, as always,
we'll get an update from management and the fire chief, and we'll probably put some stuff out in conjunction with them on social media so parents will know what they need to look at moving forward.
Okay, sounds perfect. You know you got the airways here, so if you get any more prudent information, we'll be happy to break in and let you have the airways to get that information out, sir.
All right, Dwayne, I appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem at all. Again, that's Director of Bradley County EMA, Troy Spence, giving us some really good information. Of course, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, anytime you talk about a fire in a place where children are gathering, that is something always scary until you get the full details. Again, we could understood there was around 27 children there at the Little Lambs Daycare on Waterlevel Highway. They did force an evacuation from the fire. From what Troy Spence was telling us there, the fire started outside. Don't know how much of the building has been damaged there. We do have some pictures that we put up to let people know what that was all about there. You can see those pictures. The children have been taken to Ocoee Middle School, the gym there. Austin Chadwick, Mix TV producer, showing the outside of the building right now. If you're watching this news story on mixtv.tv, it does appear that several firemen responded to this, and it does appear that you could probably see what I'm seeing in the image there probably was the awning section that was part of where the fire began there. But what great first responders we have in our community. Bradley County, Cleveland City working together for the safety of these small children. And just kudos to everyone there. Again, we appreciate Troy Spence. We know we'll hear from Adam Lewis. We'll hear from him here in just a little while. And then also Sean Fairbanks. We'll hear from those folks, and they'll give us some updates. But that is the latest that we have from the Toyota of Cleveland Breaking News Desk. We wanted to come on and get Troy Spence on and kind of maybe calm down some people. We know unfortunately, with social media and things like that, sometimes pictures get posted and not a lot of details are attached to them, and people get nervous, and they may know or have family members' children's or work children or church members' children's that children that attend there. And we just wanted to make sure that we were able to get you some good information. All right, so that's what we've got for you, and we'll get back to our regular scheduled programming. We'll look for more details on this as information becomes available.